Ready? Welcome to practice. I'm Donna Cavanough. We're going to begin laying down, and having a blanket is often handy near your yoga mat. But just laying down on the floor so that your feet are hip width and parallel, and your legs are parallel. Roll your upper arms out a little and let the spine become as neutral as it can. And regardless of what's going on around you, it's bringing your focus to how you feel and to your breathing. Notice that the breath has a rhythm and that there is a quiet moment where the breath changes direction. Almost imperceptible. And in trying to define it, we can't quite grasp it. Feel the support for your body, the floor, supported by the foundation, the earth. As you exhale now, press your lower back into the floor. As you inhale, lift your lower back away from the floor. And exaggerate the movement as much as feels good. Exhaling, breathing. Inhaling and lifting. And you can add arms in as well. When you lift your spine, float the arms overhead as far as they go for you. When you press your spine, float the arms back by your side. Good, and then relaxing your back. Pick your feet up off the floor. Press your back into the floor. And as you exhale, push your feet away from center. And you don't have to go all the way out to legs straight, but along the direction of really strengthening your front core. And then we breathe in and just relax the legs back towards your center. Breathe out. Press your back. Press your feet out. Good, and back. Just taking a breath in with the belly relaxed. Good, press out. And coming back. Now we're going to keep going, but pay particular attention to trying not to be tense in your neck and your throat as you go. So pressing your lower back, exhaling, putting the feet out, then just taking a nice restorative breath in. Good. Keep going. And last one. Nice and relaxed in your face, your throat, and your chest. As difficult as that is, holding your knees into your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. Still connected to your flow and rhythm of breath. And then very gently, we're going to roll over to the right side and come into an all fours position. Arching the spine up and down. Discovering where the body might be a little tense or tight. Taking compassion and care to those parts of the body. Good. We're going to add a little to the forward and back movement by taking the hands further forward or the knees back, a bigger distance, hands to knees. And it's still a forward and back movement of the spine, but we're going to add in bending the elbows and waving the spine. And this can be as exaggerated or as delicate a movement as your body needs. Stretch your fingers out wide. Press your fingerprint. Feeling your connection to the floor. And yet this supple movement that starts to become evident and available in the body. There happens to be another direction to see if you can reverse your wave direction. And again, let the feeling be as exaggerated or as subtle as feels good, as helps you follow the breath, as helps you feel connected to your body, both the difficulty and the ease. And then we're going to take the hands back and rest for a moment into child's pose. Forward Virasana. Arms forward as far as they go for you. Finding the spaciousness of your back, of the back of the ribs and the back of the lungs. Good, and then inhale and come up. Now we're going to lay down on our fronts on the floor. So make yourself comfortable and have your elbows underneath your shoulders. If this feels too strong in your back, then do the same thing, but just stack your hands under your forehead. So if that's enough of a back bend, stick with that. Otherwise, Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders. And we're going to press the tops of the feet down, lift the kneecaps, squeeze the buttock muscles towards your middle back. And lifting your breastbone. And finding each breath. Good. And then with the inhalation, we're going to press into the hands, fingers nice and wide, and lift the elbows a little way off the floor. You might even lift up onto straight arms. It depends on the your back, anatomy of your back. And then as you exhale, lower the elbows back down. So we lift up onto the hands with the inhale, look up. And as you exhale, lowering down. And we try to keep the forearms parallel to each other. And we keep the feet pressing and the knees lifting and the buttock muscles strong, finding the flow of breath. We're not trying to crunch the lower back, so make sure you stay nice and long there. Good. Nice work. We're going to rest the forehead onto the hands. So stack the hands softly under the forehead. And this time lift your feet off the floor. And lower. And lift the feet and the legs off the floor. And lower. And again. Keep going. As much of your legs off the floor as you can. Nice work. Take your arms straight out from your shoulders and be on your forehead. And try to lift your hands away from the floor. I can't demonstrate that on my left side, but I can on my right. So just lift the arms up off the floor. Good. And then make snow angel arms. So without touching the floor, if you can, with your hand, then you're going to take the arms forward and back to shoulder level. And forward and back to shoulder level. One more. Nice work. Hands underneath your shoulders, and we're going to push up into all fours. Lovely. Keep the shoulders over the wrists and stretch your fingers out wide. Tuck your toes under. Knees hover just off the floor. Feel the front core of your body lifting to support. Nice work. Swing the hips a little side to side. Again, you can exaggerate that movement or you can keep it very subtle, depending on what you need. Press your fingerprints. Feel the core of the body. Back to center, and then resting into child's pose. Finding where your body can let go of tension. Lovely. Lift your torso, and we're going to kneel up and use the blanket under your knees if you find kneeling up difficult on the hard floor. We won't be there for too long. We're going to take the right foot forward, and we're going to put the hands down on the floor, either side of the right foot. Tuck the toes under of your left foot and straighten through your back leg. The restriction of our hamstrings causes us to lift the hips. So we're going to explore bringing the hips closer to the floor and further towards the front of the mat and lifting the breastbone and pressing the back heel back. So your back leg is really nice and straight. And you're finding the flow of your breath. Nice work. Releasing that side, and let's swap sides. It's a little balance challenge. And we'll bring the hips forward again. Hands onto the floor beside the front foot. Tuck the toes under of your right foot, lift your right knee. Notice how the hips want to lift up and reach back. We want to try and explore that movement of bringing the hips forward, of lifting the breastbone. have to be up into my fingertips here, so I'm going to curl them around like I'm holding onto a tennis ball. Press down through the fingertips. Back leg straight as you can. Nice work. And releasing that side. Okay. Knees are on your blanket. Tuck your toes under. We're going to practice rolling back into a squat and then kneeling. Rolling into a squat and kneeling. And you can do that with your hands on the floor. And you just try lifting your knees off the floor, even if you can just do knees off the floor back down. Otherwise, you roll back over your feet and you get your heels as close to the floor in your squat as you can, and then roll forward. So you can do that with your hands on the floor. Or you can give it a try without your hands on the floor. And there's a little bit of balance and momentum. You try not to bang the knees back down onto the floor, what the blanket's for. Malasana. And this version of Virasana with the toes tucked under. Back and forth. All right, and then we're going to stand up from there. So if you're able to get into your squat position, then you press the heels and come up to standing. We don't need the blanket just now. Whew. We're going to stand facing the long edge of the mat into classic Tadasana. That is inside edges of the feet together. Kneecaps lifting, quadriceps lifting, front of the hips lifting, rolling the upper arms out. Finding your mountain pose. So with the feet together, you really get a sense of trying to find center. We're finding center. Nice. All right, jump or stamp, or however you would like to move your feet out for Trikonasana. So your own leg length. We'll go to the left first, so turn the left foot out, the right toes in. Strong leg. And feel that your toes are all doing their little part of keeping you balanced. Good. Raise your arms out from your shoulders, and we're going to reach out with the left arm and the left ribs as far as you can reach. Keep your left ribs long and check yourself. Notice the right side of the body wanting to roll forward. So then the heart is looking down at the floor. But we want to roll the right hip back, the right ribs back, the right shoulder back, so the heart is shining up and out. Beautiful. And the right arm reaching up. Trikonasana. And then with the flow of your breath, you explore what it feels like to either exaggerate or be subtle in your posture, to reach where that feels good, to feel strong, in alignment, to feel the flow of your breath. Nice work. And then coming up. Beautiful. We'll swap the feet over to the second side. Reaching your arms from your shoulders. Reaching your right fingertips as far as you can. Trikonasana. I can't demonstrate taking the left arm up, but I can roll the left shoulder back. Do that, and you can take your left arm up. Check in with your toes. Strong legs, lifting kneecap. And how's the left side of the body feeling? Is it facing down? Roll the left hip back, the left ribs back. Feel the heart shining outward, upward. and looking for your movement, your reach, your strength, your stability. Good. And then coming up. Nice work. We're going to jump or step the feet back to the feet together position. We aim for accuracy. Tadasana. Finding your center. And noticing the wavering. And noticing how that is okay. Finding the breath. Lovely. Okay, we're going to step the feet or jump the feet out wider distance again. And this time for Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your left foot out, right toes in, and bend your left leg. We're going to take the arms out from the shoulders. And this time we're going to try and reach back with the right arm and turn the whole torso to look over the right hand. And then just your head to look left. And feel the front core of the body lifting and reaching back towards the spine. The internal support of the pelvic floor lifting. And how your feet understand the floor here. And lower the hips a little more. Beautiful. Bring your hands in front of your heart and change the direction of your feet. The right leg bent this time. The arms reach from your shoulders. The left hip rolls back. Reach back into your left fingertip. Turn the whole torso to look back over the left hand. And then just your head to look over the right. A little bit deeper in the hips if you can. Feel your feet to the floor. Your strong legs. And the heart shining, spacious. The breath flowing. Nice work. Come back up to center. Turn the feet to the front. Now, wiggle the feet in just a little bit. So give yourself an advantage. And what I want you to do is lift the right foot up. We're going to shift our weight over the left foot and balance for a moment on the left foot. Nice. And then head the right foot back to where it was. So a nice wide stance. Good. And then we're going to shift the weight so that we're balanced in the right leg and the left leg's going to lift up. Oop. So now you're balanced on the right side of your mat. Like magic. I'm going to do one more to each side. So step your left leg out and shift your weight. Balance on your left leg. You might notice we learn a little from the first time we do it to the second time we do it, and back out to wide. And then we shift our weight and we land on the right leg. Holding balance. Great work. All righty, and then we're just going to step back to the center of the mat, feet together. Tadasana. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Step your feet out to that wide distance again. Left foot out at 90 degrees, right toes in about 30 degrees. Bend your left leg nice and deep as your body can go, and lift the pelvic floor, lift the belly. Good. And this time we're going to reach the left elbow or the left hand and put it onto the left thigh. Right hand on the right hip. So we noticed already we shy away from that deep bend in the left leg, but explore that. How close can you bring the femur bone to parallel to the floor? That's the direction that you're heading. Good. And then we'll roll back the right hip, the right rib, and you can take your right arm by your ear. We're going to open the heart towards the ceiling. And inhale. And come up. Good. Bring the hands in front of your heart. Turn your feet to the second side, bending your right knee this time. And be curious about exploring that movement. The bent knee moves to the little toe side of the foot. The left hip rolls back. The pelvic floor lifts, the belly lifts. Beautiful. We're going to take the right elbow or the hand to the right knee. You want to roll back the left side of the body, shine the heart outward, upward. Take the left arm by the left ear. Oh. Lovely. And coming back up. Turn the feet to the front. All right. We're going to try and step over onto the left foot. So we're balanced on the left foot. If you need to wiggle your feet closer together, give it a try. A little bit closer. But see how you go. Whoa. Slightly bigger distance this time. Good. And then over to the right side. So place your right foot back out. And try to balance on your right foot. Good. One more each side. Step out. And be balancing on your left foot. Good. One more nice big step. And then balancing on your right foot. Lovely. Stepping back to center, inside edges of the feet together. And finding your center. Finding your breath. Lovely. We're going to do a moving sequence for the shoulders. And I'll get you to step your feet apart now so the hip width and your feet are parallel. It's Gomukhasana. So the right hand goes down behind the head towards the center of the back, and the left hand reaches behind you up towards the right hand. And I can't show you that on my left side, but that's the direction. And then we swap over. So the left hand reaches down towards the center of the back behind your head, and the right hand reaches behind your back towards your left hand. And we're going to take it nice and slow. You're going to explore your movement, your restriction and your ease, and following the flow of your breath. When your right hand is on top, lift your left foot so you're up on your tiptoes, or even lift the foot off the floor. And then you place that foot back down as you swap sides. So when your left hand is on top, pick up the left fingertips, toe tips, or the left foot. I'm saying the wrong thing. Sorry, the right toe tips, the right foot. When your right hand is on top, you pick up the left foot. When your left hand is on top, you pick up the right foot. That's got it. So we get this nice exploration of what the shoulders are capable of. A little bit of balance. Good. And then releasing. Nice. We're going to take a forward bend now. Feet under the hips. Take your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Come into halfway forward bend, Uttanasana. Arch your spine up and down. Bend your knees so that you get more movement in your spine. Find the flow of your breath. So as you inhale, that's when the spine lowers and the belly expands. And when you exhale, the spine lifts and the belly retracts. Lower the spine, inhaling, and hold that position and keep breathing. Feel the spine embedding forward, gathering length, especially along the lower back. The muscles of the lower back lengthening. Keep the knees bent. Keep reaching the top of the head further and further forward or down to the floor until you feel that you've reached as far as your movement goes. And then with the breath, exploring straightening the back of the legs. Put your hands where they make sense, on your ankles or the floor. And we start to explore that straightening of the legs without the feeling of hunching the spine. So keep your feeling of the bones of your spine strong and embedding forward. Enjoying the flow of your breath. Really connecting to your movement, both what is easy and what is difficult. Good. And then think about how you might sit from here. I'm going to squat and try and keep my heels close to the floor and sit without rolling back. But you use your hands in a way that helps you so you land with safety primarily. A little seat now. For our Bharat Vajasana, which is wide sage pose, but I also think of it like a mermaid pose. We're going to take both legs. I always go to the same side first, I've realized. Let's test me, and we'll take the feet over to the left side. So both feet go to your left side. Classically, you tuck your feet, the top of your right foot, into the sole of your left foot. But if that doesn't work for your knees, put your feet however they work, or you can even put your legs out like a mermaid. And then we're going to lean our torso back, so lean on your right hand. And from here, you'll notice you can really turn your belly. So you can get the belly button moving to the right. And give the core of your body a good stretch. And then we're going to wiggle the fingertips back in so that your torso keeps the twist, but sits up perpendicular to the floor. You can have your left hand on your right leg somewhere to help you turn now. And we're going to just follow the breath into that movement. Nothing else necessary. No limit. Just the capacity of the breath. Its spaciousness. And life force. Finding your wisdom. And then releasing and come back to center. And swapping your feet to the second side. in a way that suits your knees. And I've got the top of the left foot cradled in the sole of the right foot. Let's lean back onto your left hand. So lean back with your torso. And you'll find that in this position, you can really get the twist to happen lower down your spine or across the abdomen. So let's stretch the core body. See if we can move the belly button. Lovely. And then we're going to keep that feeling and lift torso back up to perpendicular. And then we're going to follow the breath into moving the rest of the spine in that direction to the left. Finding spaciousness, potential. And then releasing. We're going to lay down now. We're back in the position we started with the feet hip width and parallel. And the spine finding neutral. And the shoulders relaxed. Put the left knee on the right, the left heel on the right knee. Left heel, right knee. Take the legs, the feet, the lower body to the right, maybe all the way to the floor, and keep your left shoulder blade on the floor. Just let yourself be passive here. Encourage your left knee to move away from your chest. Good, and then we'll release that side. Right heel, left knee, feet, legs, lower half of the body, go towards the left, maybe all the way to the floor. Right shoulder blade stays on the floor. And then encouraging your right knee away from the chest. And again, if you follow your breath into that movement. Good. And releasing that side. Coming back up to center. Take happy baby pose. So holding your feet or your leggings or ankles with your arms on the inside of your bent legs. And set your knees as wide as they'll go and your feet as wide as they'll go. And notice how this relaxes the back. The belly becomes spacious and relaxed. You can relax your shoulders, face, and your throat. Finding the flow of your breath. Good. And then try to straighten one leg. And then we're going to bend that one and straighten the other. And we're going to do that a couple more times. One more time on each side. And hug your knees into your chest. Rocking a little from side to side. Feet onto the floor, hip width parallel. Finding again that beautiful feeling of being supported with a neutral spine. with the sacrum and the shoulder blade and the back of the head in alignment. And then we're going to bring that alignment into a seated position. So rolling over to your right side and coming up to sitting. Bringing your hands in front of your heart. Feeling the flow and rhythm of your breath. And take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.